Great question, and it relates to my little pop knot that I installed here. The question is, what is the maximum thickness that a repair can tolerate on fillers? Think about this, polyester surface enhancement material. You're not creating a surface, you're enhancing a surface, you're correcting. The rule is no more than 1/4 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch, a 1/16, but 1/4 of an inch, man, you're flirting with mill thickness that is going to fail on you. So if you take your, well, what'd I do with it? If you take your guide, your depth gauge here, and you can see air to the tune of 1/4 of an inch under there, you're not done your panel beating yet. Go back to the drawing board and either with a stud puller, Eastwood's got great options for the stud welding tip that works with your MIG. You don't have to have the big motor guard stud welder, but if you do, that's a great thing. Finish your body work before you go to the filler. And I would expect 1/8 of an inch total mill thickness if you've done your body work right. It's an enhancement tool. And if you treat it with the respect that it deserves, it's a lifetime repair. You see these beautiful cars, for instance, Troy Champagne's Torino, the Talladega Torino. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car. It is a laser straight. You sight that car. I've seen it in person twice, once at Siemens, once on Power Block. That entire, excuse me, that entire car has been wiped surface to surface with filler. It's micro thin, but it's been used as a tool that the filler was created to be to enhance the surface of that vehicle. Plus, it's been blocked for days and weeks and weeks and weeks. So 1/4 of an inch, that's on the high side. 1/8 of an inch, yeah, that's about what you want. So we got, thank you for that question, Matt. We've got one more. Yes. The question is, are there any tips for keeping crisp body lines when you're working around? And I'm looking for masking tape. Ken, you don't have to follow me. Here's a great tip for that. And I just did this. I'm reshaping the kind of a contour line on an old Packard that I'm working on. Let's look at this as a style line here. And if I've got damage that translates through this particular indentation here. Now, when I'm wiping my filler here, I didn't have any distortion here, but if I did, I'm going to hammer and dolly that as best I can, and here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to take my masking tape and I'm going to use it like a pinstripe tape, and I'm going to find that edge. Now when I apply my filler, I can even wipe over top of that guy. When it gets tacky, when I talk about it smucking, when it's still doing that, here's what you do. You peel that masking tape off, and you've got your filler applied down to that. And now you can enhance that. When you're doing the bottom side of that, you just reverse it. Now I'm filling this up, and now I'm wiping filler here. And when it starts to smuck, when it starts to kick and set up, now I can take this. So what I'm doing is I'm building that peaked edge with my filler. I'm not creating something that I can sculpt. I'm enhancing the surface to the point to where I can perfect it. So using masking tape and removing the tape while the filler is still pliable enough to, it actually cuts a perfectly straight line in there. That's a neat trick. And I do that when I'm blocking surfacer as well, especially blocking the polyester primer surfacer. So great questions, guys. And thanks again to Eastwood for being so willing to share knowledge. What we want to do, their mission statement and mine with Paintucation, is to pass on information that we've collected up over the years and through our experience and pass it on to you guys. I want you to be successful. I want you to have a good time with this. I want your vehicles to just knock your eyes out. And following the steps, following the procedures, and the training guides that we're putting together between Paintucation and the Eastwood Company, it's a beautiful thing, and we're very happy to provide this service to you. So please feel free, get in touch with me through the Eastwood Online Restoration Forum, Kevin's Corner. Check out the email blast. Look forward to more live streams. Email some subjects in. What do you guys want to see us working on? Follow the Z sled. This is a Z28. I'm from Canada, if you don't know. Z is pronounced Z up in Canada. A buddy of mine had one of these cars. this is going to be an awesome project. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this live stream. My name is Kevin Tetz. Please let me help if I can, and hopefully you've learned some techniques on what to use, where to use it, and how to follow through and create a successful repair on your project. So remember, I don't know what to remember, but thanks again, and we'll see you in the next live stream.